my host, and I think this is an interesting topic to converse about. For me, I think these are one of the bad habits we Africans adopt from the Western world. It is a shame that we have not been able to copy you know, the good deeds of the Western people, but we are always readily available to accept the bad ones. I mean, what is open marriage if it is not an illusion, deception, and a tool, to destabilize the family? You know, don't forget, a nation is built upon the foundation of a solid family. So, in a situation whereby a mother or a wife and a husband agree that they want to have open marriage, that what that means is they can still have extramarital affairs without any issue of grievances, without any iota of guilt. It simply means the wife can sleep with 3 or 4 men per day and still go back to a husband. Vice versa, the husband can sleep with women. So I don't see the practicability. I don't see how it makes sense. So for me, I think it's an aberration, and I think it's just a way people will just want to accept every manner of misnomer. In Africa today, the West are trying to push LGBTE to us. In fact, they are now sanctioning some African countries that will not approve LGBT. Okay, so this is another one coming up front, which is a open marriage issue. So for me, I don't think it makes any sense. It doesn't even go with our own religious belief. Traditionally, it's either you are a monogamy or you will be a polygamy. So in a situation like this, you as a man, and you know that a woman will not satisfy you. So there's no need why you should go into what we call open marriage. Simply what? Vote for polygamy. It's as simple as that. You marry 2 or 3 wives, provided you have the financial capability to provide for them. Okay? And as Africans, these were the things our forefathers did. And they had blessed families. In fact, their children grew up to become great people. So if you want to have 2 or 3 wives, go for polygamy as against what's it called, open marriage. And in the situation of the woman, having 2 or 3 husbands is an aberration, is an affront. Our tradition, our culture must never be misplaced or replaced by any disguise called westernization.
For me, as an African man, open marriage to me is not a welcome development because I cannot be legally married to you. I pay your dowry, do some other stuff to you, and now you now walk up to me and say you can have a consent to probably date someone else. No, like it will be two consents. It will be a mutual consent between two parties. I am a Nigerian man and I am an African man. My culture needs to be respected. That can only happen in the Western world. Such thing can only happen in the Western world, not in Nigeria. Because it did, this whole issue of open marriage did not happen during our forefathers. So why will it happen now? So like probably why would should we also bring in Western culture? Just because must we always accept everything that the world that the Western world throws to us? To me, I feel to me it is a no-go area. I will not imbibe into that ideology. I will not accept such kind of marriage because I am legally married to you. I should own you. You own me. We both own ourselves. But you coming to tell me to give me a consent to probably date someone else. It shows something actually is happening. It shows something is happening. It shows things are not going well, unwell. For me, I cannot pay my money for a woman bride price and you come walk up to me and say you want open marriage. Ah, no, my brother, it will not work.
You know, some people are doing, they are into open relationship, and some people presently are even into that open marriage, and they have kids.
And let's
Of
see,
what effect will it
see
really have on
what
you?
what my what can work for A might not work for me. We are people of different ideologies, different mindsets, and then different beliefs. For my own belief, I still stand on the existing protocols that say it is not enshrined in our norms and culture. It is not enshrined in my daily Christian life. For me, it should not work. Allow my woman to go and have sex outside.
Or you can also do the same.
Eh?
You can also do the same.
Now, if you do that without her consent, that's a welcome development, but not giving consent to it. If you do that and then I don't know, fine, but not with my consent, my brother, it will not work.
So the Nigerian government are adopting the view. Will there be any chaos?
Nigerian government should adopt it now. It is not a must. I oblige towards that. It can only happen in the Western world now, my brother. You know that now. What's open marriage? To me, I think that is the highest. There are some more pressing issues Nigerians need to discuss than this open marriage. You know, if you want that the open marriage thing will not work.
Open marriage is an situation whereby a husband is doing as he likes, then the wife is doing as she likes also. Let me tell you, it is an untraditional practice because marriage is supposed to be a solemn thing. What I mean by the word solemn, it should be a sacred thing, very holy, consecrated by God. Marriage is not just an ordinary unionism between man and woman. Marriage is, though traditional, but it's more or less God consecrated, God blessed. Are you listening to me? If there's another word for holiness, that is, the verb, I would have used it, though there is. Are you listening to me? So, you shouldn't go outside your marriage and mate with another woman or man. If you're a man, you're married to your wife, stick to your wife. Because it's a sacred it's a sacred thing. God is interested in marriage. That's why every marriage on earth, both a Christian, both for a traditional or idol worshiper, God is monitoring you. Because you are the head of the family as a man. Then the wife, you are subject to your husband as a woman. So whatever your husband tells you to do, what he says, do. Make sure that you do it. Wherever he says go, make sure that you go. So it shouldn't be a careless thing or reckless thing. It's something that should be very, very, you know, uh, 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 you know, sacred, sacrosanct. I don't know what I understand. It should be a solemnized union, a solemnized relationship. Remember that we put it that your wife is your bone, is part of your ribs. Your wife is your best half. So wedlock is marriage or matrimony. Listen, the money paid is called alimony. Are you listening to my alimony? You should respect that bride price or the alimony. Listen and listen good. It is a vow. So if you don't go through what you vowed for, which is faithfulness and loyalty, I think God is going to X you. AXE. God is going to X you. Which is why if a wife finds out that the husband is sleeping out or bedding out with another woman, the woman or the wife should do what? Serve him a certificate of what? Divorce. God says it in the New Testament. That's what our Lord Jesus Christ said. You serve him certificate of divorce based on promiscuity or licentiousness. That is chastity. Jesus said, unless on the ground of chastity you can issue divorce. So open marriage, no, I don't support it. It is un-African. It is not our tradition. It is not our tradition. You marry, you should be very, very obedient, faithful to your spouse. In some cases, because most of the time it happens that both the husband and the wife
are always open to it. Sometimes it's happened in a case whereby maybe the wife is not fertile enough to give birth, and they still want to keep the marriage, and they don't want to, divorce. And sometimes the wife, they will have kids together, or maybe due to sexual satisfaction. Like, okay, you can, let me explore and something like that.
You see one thing, there's another case now that comes up to my mind. If it is could be on the ground that a man is not fertile, that is viral, they should opt for what? Adoption. Or you go for medication. Let us check what is wrong with the husband. And by me checking that, there will be a profile solution in such a way that certain drugs or medicine or remedy should be at least prescribed for the man. And after that prescription, I think if that drug if the man is responding to treatment or to medication, it means the drug is being effectual. At the end of the day, the man will be what? Potent, strengthened, powerful enough to do what? To produce. So lack of production often cause it. Because when the man is not producing, the woman might be at least compelled or tempted to go outside and look for fruit of the womb. But being that is a solemnized thing, I didn't understand. It's something that has to do with holiness, faithfulness. You should do what? Don't do that without the agreement of the man. If the man says, go outside, maybe meet my brother for production, if he has failed to respond to medication, you can go for his brother. And I think the casement should know about it. Any child from that, your brother, is yours. I think understand. It's done like that in certain African traditions. But in a situation whereby your husband doesn't know, you are going outside because your husband is not productive, and you are bringing in bastard to your husband, it is wrong. It is un-African. Then the woman's side, the husband should love her and discuss with her, since you are not productive, let me adopt. Or let me adopt. Two of you will agree and adopt. And say the marriage remains. That's it.